Hey everybody, Flying Scorpion here, also known as Boozbaz and EVE Online, and I just want to make a quick video to show you how to run these Besieged state labs in the Shadow War event. So I had to take a moment to remember the name of it. Anyway, here we go. You start off by opening up your agency, you go to your factional campaigns, the Shipcaster Shadow War, and then you pledge allegiance to one of the 4 big factions. I'm allied with the Mimitar, so that's what I'm running, and it gives you details here. There's different goals. So for the Mimitar, they've already got the Stellar Transmuter development. They just need to get the Transport Relay development, and then after that, these 2 are both done, it can do the Shipcaster construction. So when you click on this, it tells you where to go. Really everything you need to know to get started is here, and you can go to any of the faction warfare systems owned by the Caldari. So if you open it up like this, go to Caldari State, all these blue systems, and there's a lot of systems, and so if you're comfortable going into low security space, this may be the safest place to do it if you are solo, because there's not as many pilots and there's just a very large surface area to cover. So yeah, so you can go anywhere here. If you want to do it in high security space, you can do it in this constellation here. And we'll go back. It says right here, Aokinen and Minin constellation. So when you open this up, you can see these are all the systems inside that constellation. So you can set a destination to one of these. You can go over to here and you can add a waypoint, for example, to one of these. You can pull up your map and group stars by constellation. So all of these solar systems here are part of this constellation. That's the one constellation that the stuff spawns in, and then here's another one. This is the other constellation, so you can kind of go in and out. You can peek, or I wouldn't go here because that's a different constellation. I would go up to here, on in, and then around like that. Okay, so that's where you go. Now, what do these things look like? So I'm going to undock, and maybe there will be one in this solar system. We'll do a little bit of video editing to cut to the chase. Okay, we're lucky. There's one right there. So there's a Besieged State Laboratory literally right here in the same system. You can warp to it. If there is a faction warfare, you know what? If he fights me, oh wait a minute, this ship isn't fit for combat yet. All right, I'm gonna warp in at range. So you can warp to these at range. Hopefully they don't bounce off the station. And this guy's probably inside there, and this guy could be in there as well. So these high-sec ones are pretty dangerous. They're highly contested. Lots of players are running them, and the mechanics are a little bit tricky, right? So once you get there, you can take the acceleration gate, but doing so will flag you as a suspect. And if there's anybody camping on the gate, they can lock you and start shooting at you without getting concorded. You will get a limited engagement timer for them, and so you can fight back, but if you're in a fleet, nobody else can shoot at that person, unless in this example they are a war target. See how there's a bunch of other people that just went suspect? If I do a quick D-scan, oh wow, there's none of them are actually in here. That's surprising. They must be... They're coming into system, I think. They must be coming into system. And whoever was in here might have warped out. Alright, so I'm going to do some video editing and put another clip up here of me actually running the site with some people. They're pretty easy sites when you're with other people. You could do it solo, but you're probably going to have a hard time. I might not necessarily bring a Tech 1 or Navy battlecruiser. If you're going to go solo, I'd probably bring a Tech 2 cruiser. So yeah, something like this heavy assault cruiser, the Ikitursa. If you have 3 of these and you're in a small gang, these would be very good for this. Or you could go with something like a Vagabond, for example. That's also a good ship. If you have 2 battle cruisers, you can run it, but you might have to overheat a little bit. 3 battle cruisers and things start to get pretty comfortable. You have enough DPS to kill the enemies before they can really hurt you. And you run the site pretty fast, and with 3 battle cruisers, you're a lot more difficult for enemy players to jump on. If you're solo and you're in there, you're going to get pointed, scrammed, webbed, and you're going to be taking a fair bit of DPS. And if another player jumps in on top of you, they're going to catch you with their pants down, and you won't be able to get away, and there's a good chance that they can kill you. So I recommend teaming up with at least one other player. If you get 3 people together, you're sitting in a pretty comfortable spot to run these sites, because you get through them fast. You get them done in about 5-10 minutes. I'll put a clip of me looting one of the wrecks. The final wave spawns a bunch of frigates, and you can ignore the frigates because right after the frigates warp in, a battleship will come in as well. Once you kill the battleship, all the frigates will warp off. You loot the wreck of the battleship, you'll get an Overseer personal effect ranging in value from almost worthless to like 130 million ISK. So it's really the luck of the draw on that one. Then you target the structure, you blow that up, and I'll put a clip of me looting it as well. It's got a really cool explosion, by the way, so here's what the explosion kind of looks like. You loot the wreck of the structure, and this is where you get all the goodies that you need to actually help your faction make progress towards developing a shipcaster. And you'll get these little blueprint copies, as well as a bunch of drugs. So the drugs are where a lot of the value is in this. You can sell those on the market, make some ISK that way. And we have seen the loot coming out to anywhere between 50 million to 200 million ISK. So there's a pretty wide range on the payout. But 5 to 10 minutes is quite fast to run these sites. The issue, though, is that after you run the site, you're all suspect. And let's talk a little bit about PvP inside these sites. Maybe I'll put a clip of us getting into some PvP inside the sites. If you're running with logistics, and I don't know if CCP has fixed this bug yet, because I'm pretty sure this is a bug. Let's say you got some Logi ships with you in a fleet, and a war target, or let's say somebody comes in and they're suspect, right? If you start shooting at that target, you'll get a limited engagement timer, and something really weird happens with the flag, because you can shoot them, they can shoot you, but the Logi can't repair you anymore. Keep in mind, if you're watching this in the future, this bug might be fixed, but as of like yesterday or whatever, this was a bug. Logi couldn't repair us anymore, and the only way for Logi to fix it was to have a combat drone or a gun maybe, or something to attack the target, to aggress the target that everybody else is shooting at. Now they have also a limited engagement timer with that target, and then they can start repairing you again. It's really weird. So I don't know, hopefully CCP fixed that. With that in mind, we're not running with Logi anymore, and also it just seems like Logi is not really necessary. If you've got 3 people in battle cruisers, you don't even need Logi. You can just blow everything up before it really gets a chance to cause significant damage to you. Even with a passive buffer tank shield or buffer armor tank, you can generally kill everything before it even really gets a chance to hurt you. Depends on your skills, depends on your setup. Okay, let's get into the actual meat and potatoes of building these things. So I'm going to open one of these up. So here's the blueprint. You're going to have lots of these. These things drop like candy. That's definitely not going to be the choke point, is these. You get these things like crazy. Let me double click on that again. It's taking it a while to load. There we go. All right. So this is what you need to build them. You need a little bit of Noxicum, a little bit of Pyrite. These items right here drop from the sites themselves, and this is probably the most expensive thing that you need to get. It's a tier 4 planetary interaction item. You can buy these in Jita. They were significantly going up in price on the first day. They went up to over 4 million ISK each. I bought a whole bunch of them. Now they take up a fair bit of space too. Like each one of these takes up 100 cubic meters. And so I'm building it all here. And when you get the finished product, it takes about 45 minutes, so it's actually quite fast. I might even have some done right now. Yeah, there they are. So when you're done, look how quickly it is and easy it is to pump these things out. This is what you get. You get this transport relay data core. Currently, the value of these is undetermined. Nobody has set up any buy or sell orders yet. But give it enough time and people will start trading these items. And so if you just want to make money by selling them, or you just want to buy them rather than run the sites, they can be traded for. I don't know what the value is going to be when they're finally up on the market. the last thing in terms of advice is if you land on a gate and there's somebody sitting there camping on the gate in a Chronos or some sort of Marauder, and they're looking to get easy kills on people when they activate the gate, just align down the gate first, make sure you're going at least 75% of your max velocity, and then activate the gate. You will get flagged for suspect, but you will warp immediately, and that Chronos or Marauder will not be able to scram you. And you will see, you'll get there. They'll pre-target you. They will lock you, and they will be ready to hit that scram button the instant they get an opportunity. So align down the gate and then take the gate to get inside the site. I'm going to be running these sites every day at 11 o'clock Eve time for the Minmatar Republic. You can look up Boozbaz in game. Just look where my cursor is. That's the name of my character right here. You can look me up in game and send me a message or join MMM Recruitment. And I'm also recruiting for my corporation, the Matari Moneymakers. It's a new corporation. We focus on flying Minmatar ships, and we're always looking for opportunities to make ISK and grow the net worth of all of our members. Thanks for watching, and good luck out there.